Yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another great episode of the JCA Sports Podcast. Here, the gang is back. We back. We back. First of the month, and now the whole crew is here. Jose Contreras, happy to say this. Jonathan Palayo is here back with us again, not in the comments, but actually real life, face and everything, voice and all. Guys, by the way, I'm Eric Avila, but guys, by the way, it's happy to see all you guys again. I'm happy that we're all together. What's going on, fellas?
I like the fresh fit, Josh. I got the Diamondbacks hat. Eric, I like the hoodie. Everything seems to be good, man.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Excited for this? Oh man, as soon as we had John, now he had to leave. What the? It's the first of the month, man. Come on, let's get it together. Let's get it together. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But we do have a great episode for you guys as always. Just always make sure to guys follow the JCA Sports Podcast, the John Konabi Facebook page, along with the Star 6 Media Facebook page too as well. Make sure you guys hit the little bell that's right there to get notified when all our episodes are live and ready for you guys so you guys could join us as Jonathan Plyo joins us back again. Make sure you guys follow us in all our other podcasts too as well. We got a great show for you guys. We're going to break down a little bit of the NFL playoffs that happened over the weekend. We are also going to talk about Tom Brady's retirement. Tom Brady finally retired. Is it true, though? You think he's really going to retire? We're going to see what we all think about that. Trade deadline for the Chicago Bulls and the whole entire NBA is next week. Are we going to see some changes from the Chicago Bulls? All that and very much more. And a question for all you guys, according to the NFL too as well. But guys, let's start off with the hottest news so far going on today, guys. Tom Brady finally said he retired, guys. How much do you believe it? Do you think it's really true? His heartfelt message on social media was all out there to see for the whole entire world. People got teary-eyed. People got emotional. People got choked up. Then some people, like myself, believe that he's just doing this just because the movie isn't there a movie? I think there's 80 for Brady or something like that, or something. It's coming out next weekend just to promote the show or the movie. Which route are you taking, guys? Is he really calling it a career, or is he really doing this just for the movie? Let's go with Johnny. Since we haven't seen you, bro, let's start off with you, man. What's up?
What's
buddy?
up, fellas? What's up? Sorry, I had to hop on and come back on. No, man. Honestly, I told you guys in a text. It looked like he wanted to cry, and it got me a little emotional hearing him. I think Tom Brady's for real this time. I think personally, I think he still has a lot left in the tank. I think on the right team, he could run it back. He can make a run. I mean, we saw what he did with the Bucks. Granted, the division was really weak for him. But then again, a lot of stuff went wrong for the Bucks this year. We'll get into that a little later. But to address the question about his retirement, I definitely think he's done for good. Now, what I'm more curious to see, I'm definitely not interested in that movie, but his life is about to be a movie to see whether he gets back with his Toxica or not. That's the real tea.
Ain't no way.
You don't
Ain't
think
no
so?
way, John. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Look, she was cheating on him before he retired. There's no way after he retired she's already on vacation with her instructor, bro. With her instructor, they already had something going on. That's like you breaking up with a girl and the next day she's with her friend that she told you not to worry about. You know what I mean?
It happens. Girls
Like,
move on a
come
lot
on,
faster
man.
than guys. I'm
No,
sorry.
It happens.
but they were married with kids. If there was actual love there, that wouldn't have happened. Like, come on, it's not like he cheated on her. It's not like he cheated on her and then she got her lick back. He went back to the sport that he loves. He's not dead. He's not going anywhere other than that. I mean, we're not gonna. That's a whole different topic, right?
Yeah, a whole different topic, man.
For a whole different show. But if we're gonna go there,
we can go there. We can go there because
Oh, you guys are
what's
hilarious.
the question, Jose. The question.
Right. Back to the question. Without a doubt, this was he did it. He did it today, 2 days before the movie premieres, to kind of put some pizzazz into the movie coming out, which is fine. He was going to retire regardless. He just did it today to kind of promote the movie a little bit. That's fine, but he was going to retire regardless. He even said before the season that if he would retire after he retired last year and came back, he said next time I retire, it's for good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just surprised. I'm just surprised that he did it this year. I'm surprised that he came back and did it after this season. And it's like when it's like that division is winnable, bro. Like they won a division. He can come back and they could win it again. Yes, other teams in the NFC are getting tougher, harder, better,
Right.
but he's still Tom Brady. You're still the Bucks. You can do a lot there still, regardless.
even then, bro, like you're saying, the NFC is getting a lot hotter. There's a lot of teams in the NFC that are just a quarterback away
Exactly.
from making it run. For example, look at the 49ers.
Look at the 49ers.
I think legit, if you put Tom Brady on the 49ers, I think you could pencil them in to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and the well, actually, all three of the teams are pretty tough in this division. They all are really a quarterback away.
Right.
The Falcons were scoring
Literally.
with Mariota. The Panthers, after they made that coaching change, were playing good football up until the end. So, like, I get it. It's just kind of weird, but I get why he did it today. To yes, it's him retiring, but he's also it's also bringing attention to him in the movie coming out Friday, which is very smart marketing, by the way. But it's not the last that we'll see Tom Brady. He has that Fox deal. You guys remember?
Yeah, definitely. He's been had that deal.
He's getting paid for that one.
So he'll be back on TV for sure.
Absolutely.
No, I know. I mean, whether if it's in front of the TV with the mic or in front of the TV throwing the ball, 10, 15 yards down the line to a wide receiver, we're still not going to see the last of Tom Brady. Tom Brady is still going to be in the NFL for the next, 15, 20 years, depending on however long he goes. But it's weird. You're right, Jose. He did say the next time he retires is going to be for good. I mean, I don't know. Normally, like, we seen Drew Brees, we saw Peyton Manning, we saw Brett Favre, just recent quarterbacks that we've seen in recent history that, that continue playing pretty late into their careers and just didn't have it, right? Peyton Manning was the closest one, or is the kind of the one that we kind of seen very, very last. I mean, Drew Brees, sorry. And you just saw that he just didn't have that arm strength anymore. You just saw that, right? Tom Brady, to me, bro, he's still like he still has it. Like, that zip on that ball is still there. Like, he still can throw the ball. He still can do the things that you need. He just never moves. And that's the thing about that was all great. So to me, I feel like it's one of those situations where, like, he's putting it out there, he's retiring, but when it comes later on the offseason, training camp and whatnot, quarterback needs it, somebody calls him. I feel like Tom Brady will definitely be back into the move again and being a quarterback team that's not named the Buccaneers.
Was Eric messing up with 3-2, Eric John?
Yeah.
All right, well, Eric gets we're going on with him situated.
Real quick. You know what he just reminded me of? You know how he says,
am I good? How about now?
Yeah, sorry. I was just saying, though, real quick, before you continue, you just reminded me.
We're good?
Yeah. You just reminded me of how Jay Cutler retired, and then the Dolphins lost the quarterback, and they picked up the phone and called him and came out of retirement. Is that the type of thing you're saying you see Tom Brady doing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel like he's doing too. It just look, last season he went out, or he didn't do training camp, right? I mean, that's Tom Brady.
Right.
40 went out, whatever the case may be, right?
He don't need to. Practice?
He didn't need to. He doesn't need to.
Talking about practice?
Just know the playbook. Right, practice? You talking about practice? But the team's like, who's ready to compete now? That needs a quarterback. The Raiders. The 49ers at this point now with their injury that happened over the weekend to Purdy. The Dolphins need another one because they don't know what to. The Jets may need one. Who else am I missing? There's probably those four that are on top of my head that I know for sure that need a quarterback. They're just one quarterback away that could just change the whole entirety of where
Minnesota
making a team a playoff to a Super Bowl contender.
Just look at all these playoff teams that literally are quarterback away. They don't have a legit quarterback, like the Vikings, the Dolphins, I would even say the Cowboys. Get rid of Dak, put Tom Brady. That might be a different team right there. I'm just saying.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought up the Cowgirls, because yes, although they did beat Tom Brady, but that game showed Tom Brady still has a lot left in the tank, bro. Like,
I agree with John 100% on that one.
There was a couple plays where it's like him and Mike Evans were just off sync, but if those catches were made and they got those big downs while they're only down a touchdown or two, it changes the whole game. It changes the whole game, and we're talking about, Tom Brady advances to the next round, and he probably doesn't retire. I think because they got bounced in the first round, kind of led him towards retirement. But, to be honest, this has been Tom Brady's weakest team while he's been with the Bucs. They didn't get better. They when he won his championship with them, they had Antonio Brown, who's still in his prime. I mean, if he didn't do whatever he does off the field, he's still probably one of the highest paid.
He was still performing.
Yeah, but I'm saying, if he didn't go not crazy, with all due respect. But Antonio Brown was on his way to Hall of Fame. until he did that. And
when
he
that
would
CTE kicked in, boy.
exactly. And then Mike Evans was still a dog. Chris Godwin was doing his thing. Gronk could still fucking ball out. He's lost a lot of pieces, a lot of injuries. But I'm telling you that game, there was like a few moments where it's like, man, if they would have connected, they would have got that first down, got that touchdown with Mike Evans. We'd probably would have seen the Bucs beat the Cowboys first round. And then we probably would be talking, is it time for the Cowboys to get rid of Dak?
I think that conversation was still going to happen, even regardless if they lost that game or lost like they did.
Nah, he's staying. He's staying.
I know, but at the same time, though, it's still that topic of conversation, whether you lean more towards the quarterback or the head coach. Apparently, everybody in Dallas wasn't safe other than Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy was the only one that stuck around.
I feel like he's the one that should be in the hot seat.
Exactly.
Right. 100%.
But it just,
Out of
it just
everybody, McCarthy should be the one unsafe.
Tell. Right, you could just tell. Guys, if you want to join in the conversation here with us, make sure you could click the link here and join us anytime to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. If you guys even have a question for us, always join us, or on the chat too as well. Make sure you guys follow the John Konavi Facebook page along with the Star 6 Media Facebook page too as well. Hit the little bell to get notified when all our shows are live. JCA, Only Football, and many more other podcasts that are under the Star 6 Media brand. Guys, let's talk about a little bit of the games that happened over the weekend.
Hold on.
Obviously, it was championship weekend.
Whoa! How are we going to skip the question about Tom Brady? Who's the next Tom Brady, Eric?
Give me, just wait up a little bit. Hold on. There's a reason why I'm doing that right now. Okay, there's a reason.
All right, this guy.
So,
come on, man.
The championship game that happened, right? Obviously, it was a blowout between the 49ers and the Eagles. Brock Purdy went down. Whatever the case may be, the Eagles kind of had the easiest path going into the Super Bowl. Right now, the true test comes against the Kansas City Chiefs. On the other hand, Chiefs versus the Bengals, probably one of the best yet questionable games that happened over the weekend. But it goes without saying that Patrick Mahomes, right? Patrick Mahomes goes on and goes to another Super Bowl. This man has been, since he's been a starter, has been a 5 straight AFC title games. This is going on to his 3rd Super Bowl since he's been a starter. Won and lost one. Now he's going. Now it's 5 in a row. This guy has never been into a road playoff game. He's always played his playoff games at home. So it goes to say, guys, is Patrick Mahomes the next Tom Brady for the NFL for the next couple of years?
Absolutely. He already is. I think realistically, the game and people, fans of the NFL solidified that Patrick Mahomes is the next GOAT. And that's exactly why Madden gave us that cover of him and Tom Brady sitting together. And he just solidifies it and proves it. Yes, you got to give credit to Andy Reid, because them two together. But look at the team. And I know like a lot of people are going to say, well, Aaron Rodgers is up there. And I mean, realistically, I think there's a wide gap when you talk about now that Brady's gone. It's really probably only Mahomes and Rodgers to argue close to Brady. And then there's like the Josh Allens, the Joe Burrows, but then it's like a big drop. But even then, I still think from Joe Burrow and Josh Allen, there's a big gap between them and Mahomes and Rodgers. And I might get a lot of heat for this. It's not me being biased because I'm a Bears fan, but Patrick Mahomes is 1 Super Bowl win away from surpassing Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think that's heat. I mean, that's just facts.
Right, hold on, real quick. Aaron Rodgers is nowhere near Tom Brady. Nowhere near Tom Brady. Simple for the fact you cannot be the GOAT if there's another quarterback that won 7 and you only won 1. I'm sorry, there's no way you're the GOAT. There's no way you're even close to the GOAT.
But
he has
a GOAT.
Rings, dude,
he's a GOAT.
He's a great quarterback, but he's not the greatest of all time. Nowhere near.
No one's saying he's the greatest, but he's a GOAT.
So I guess what I'm just trying to say is that it's Patrick Mahomes and nobody right now. Not even Aaron Rodgers, because Patrick Mahomes has the most upside because he's already won his second year. He's already been to 4 AFC title games. But here's the thing. He would only be or pass Tom Brady as long as he stays with Andy Reid. Just like how Tom Brady was with Bill Belichick. They need each other. Andy Reid with Patrick Mahomes with Andy Reid. Otherwise, it ain't going to happen.
Absolutely. But again, or not again, I should say, this is relatable to like our debates with Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. As great as Mahomes is, if he doesn't get 7, he doesn't surpass him.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's crazy. You're saying that though, because look at LeBron. He doesn't have no perfect finals.
Yeah, but Jordan over LeBron all day, every day. I never said LeBron over Jordan.
I'm just saying we get this debate often, and people are talking about just because of the amount of finals that LeBron has appeared in, that's a lot of debate for others. So if Mahomes were to have more Super Bowl appearances than Tom Brady, but not 7 wins, does he surpass him? He could break all the records, average 5,000 yards per season. Hell, Super Bowl. This is his 3rd one in 5 years. Let's say he keeps it at this pace, and let's say 20 years from now, he got 6.
But you know what?
He's in a less than 500 record in the Super Bowl.
Then you know what? Then yes, I think it's possible. Because hold on. If we're talking about the greatest quarterback, right? What are the quarterback intangibles? If we're talking about quarterback, it's what the quarterback can do. Now, if we're talking about the greatest team, right? Then because Tom Brady did not do it alone. He did not do it alone. Although he may have thought he did it alone, right? But he still had Gronk. He still had some pieces on that team. He still had Bill Belichick. They had some good defenses throughout those years. Everybody forgets.
Yeah. That's the thing. They've never had a high payroll, but they've had great defenses, along with a quarterback that can.
But you're making a point.
He could game manage and could be clutch.
Yes, but you're making a point here. You are making a point as far as let's say Patrick Mahomes is the better quarterback with better stats, with better passing yards, with better mechanics, breaking all quarterback records. Then why wouldn't he be the greatest quarterback of all time? I think it's possible. I think it's plausible that he is the greatest quarterback of all time. If that does happen without him winning, he doesn't have to win 7 rings. Same could be said.
So how many does he have to win?
Hold on.
How many does he have to win?
Hold on. Same can be said with LeBron and Jordan, right? Jordan has 6 titles, 6-0 in the finals, but LeBron is breaking records. He is going to be very, very soon the passing scorer of all time. He has went to the finals way longer than Jordan. I get it. All I'm saying, but we're not comparing Jordan and Bron as far as position. We're not
because here's the thing. The thing is, and I argue this all the time with you guys. look at, because I put Kobe number 2. Right. Just look at finals record. You can't top perfect. You can't unless you're perfect yourself and have more wins. That's how I see it. Me personally, Kobe still has a better winning percentage in the finals than LeBron, and he's carried a lot more teams. Especially, LeBron's breaking all records. He's a beast. Whatever, he's a dog. But it's just how it is. But it gets more. We can't argue that with football because Tom Brady's not perfect.
Kobe didn't carry all teams. Kobe didn't carry all teams, just like LeBron didn't carry teams. LeBron had Irving.
LeBron's been carried way more than Kobe has. How many
of those titles? A dominant Shaq. Shaq. Everybody forgets. This is another top 10 player of all time, and Shaquille O'Neal, one of the greatest centers, if not the greatest centers, and Kobe had him 3 of those years.
Right, but then he went on and won 2 without him.
Right,
which helped him. And then the last one was I don't want to say he has some bums, but it was a lot less than when he did his 3-peat.
Yeah,
and then there's the other thing.
That's true.
I'm not trying to argue basketball with you guys because we're gonna get into it.
We can, John. We can.
No. But listen, as far as the comparison isn't the same because we know Tom Brady's not perfect in the Super Bowl, in his Super Bowl appearances. But I do think right now, to answer the whole question of this, is Mahomes been the GOAT. Mahomes had the torch passed to him, even though Brady winning with the Bucs just, added to his GOAT status. But we even knew at that point in time that Mahomes was the next GOAT.
Well, I wouldn't say for sure that it's already passed down. I'm saying I think right now he's the most.
It is.
I think right now he's the closest to becoming one the next time Brady. But you do not sleep on Joe Burrow. He's just literally one Super Bowl away. Wait, think about it. If Mahomes loses this year and Burrow wins next year, you kind of put him in the same thing because then that's Burrow 3 years in a row. In
okay,
AFC,
but
2 in the Super Bowl.
But
I'm just saying it's not just Mahomes just yet.
Okay, but no, it is Mahomes. It is Mahomes. It absolutely is Mahomes. There's a big gap between Mahomes and Joe Burrow, bro. Already.
Right now, yes. Okay. But if Mahomes loses this year and then Joe Burrow wins it all next year, that gap is like this, bro. It's like this.
It depends. Do the Chiefs make it to the AFC Championship again and Burrow wins?
If they do and lose to Mahomes, then you got to give that to Mahomes, regardless of what the Chiefs do.
I will give credit to Joe Burrow if he were to win wait, I'm sorry. If Mahomes loses this year
Yes.
and Burrow wins next year,
Yes,
then
it's
I will
closer.
give credit.
It's closer.
But Burrow's still missing 2 MVPs. If
Yes, I agree.
if the Chiefs win this year, which I think they are, and then Burrow wins next year, yeah, I would say he's number 2. I mean,
Right.
then we're talking about, does that put Burrow above Aaron Rodgers already?
Yeah. Well,
The 2 MVPs will just miss Joe Burrow.
Because-
Hi guys, I'm
because-
still
yeah,
part
you're
of the
right,
show.
you're
I
right.
just like
It's just
listening
That's
to
what
you
I'm
guys.
saying.
Just
That's what I'm saying.
MVPs.
How many MVPs? And then also we have to consider, okay, what if Aaron Rodgers goes to, let's say, a 49ers team next year, and then he wins the Super Bowl next year? Then where do you put Joe Burrow in your ranking? Because if Rodgers somehow goes to a good ass team next year and then wins a Super Bowl, then we got him and Mahomes battling.
It's a really good topic. It's
You're right.
definitely a good debate.
But
it's gonna talk
because
about.
of age, and what Mahomes has done in 5 years already, win or lose this Super Bowl, he already is in line for GOAT right now.
Right now he's second. Right now he's above Aaron Rodgers for me. He's second.
But
all
shit,
I was-
with
all I
Brady
was just trying to
retiring,
say-
he's number 1.
All I was trying to say is that if there's anybody close after Mahomes, it's gonna be Joe Burrow. If it's only if he makes it again next year and wins.
Nah, bro, I'm telling you, Joe Burrow's at 2 MVPs away, and then call me when he actually wins first. Then we'll talk.
All right, bet. Say that.
As we go to the Facebook comments, Juice Andre saying, "Yo, what's up?" He's saying Patrick Mahomes is working on his legacy. Sam, what's up? Sam, he goes Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, and then everybody else just doesn't know how big of the
Josh
gap
Allen's
is.
hurting himself this year, man.
Tony, what up? Tony and I says,
What up,
can't
brother?
be the GOAT when losing record when it matters. Kobe number 2. This
Facts.
is the topic of debate between you guys and LeBron and Jordan. And Sam says Aaron Rodgers isn't even top 5 currently in the NFL of best quarterbacks.
Can I be controversial here? Can I be controversial here?
Please
That's
do.
what we're all about, bro. Go ahead.
That's what we're here for.
If Kobe was still alive, will he still be number 2?
Absolutely. The fuck?
I think him passing.
He was
kinda
number
gives-
2 before he died.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Put
You
some
can't.
respect on that man's name, bro.
I put respect on Kobe. I do. I love Kobe. But
R.I.P.
what
Black
LeBron
Mamba.
is doing even today, not even Kobe can do. Not even.
Bro,
even
the
Kobe.
game's so different nowadays. You can't even fucking touch their wrist
I
without
think
them
I think
calling
what
a
hurt
foul, dude.
Kobe. I think we all definitely know that the Achilles tear hurt Kobe and whatever he was trying
Absolutely.
to
And then, bro,
pursue.
okay.
Well,
what-
and
what-
LeBron
what-
was
time out,
and
time out,
LeBron's
time out.
health. LeBron's health
Time out,
doesn't help
okay.
him.
No, that does
Time out,
help
time
him.
out.
That does
What-
help him.
You gotta stay healthy, man.
Okay, but did you see Kobe jump in to go join super teams every 3 years, every 4 years? No, he stayed loyal to say, would LeBron
His Laker
be,
team was a
would
super
LeBron-
team in like
would
2001
LeBron
and 2. Like, bro,
would
come on, bro.
Would LeBron be this big if he stayed with the
Oh, man.
Cavaliers his whole career?
His first 3 championships were super teams. You look at all the guys that they had on that team, bro. That was like a super team. You have Kobe and Shaq, 2 of the
Okay.
greatest players of all time. On one team.
The difference is though, Kobe didn't call his buddy saying, "Hey, let's go meet up on this team and all sign together."
The organization built it for him.
That'll give
Exactly.
you yes. That'll give you, but
if that's the case,
that
if that's the
doesn't
case,
that
then
shouldn't
what about the
be
Warriors?
a knock on LeBron, regardless of the fact because LeBron joined his friends. That doesn't guarantee you
Are you
anything.
hearing yourself? You're talking about the man
Wait,
that tried to recruit.
hold on.
He
Hold
tried to
on.
recruit Kawhi after he won a championship with
Hold on.
Toronto.
That doesn't. That's just the NBA how it is now.
Bro,
Look, that doesn't.
The NBA is like this because of
John. That doesn't guarantee anything. Their first year they lost to the Mavericks, bro.
Exactly,
just because they're
trash.
playing right. No, because they're playing
'Cause he's not
together
clutch.
doesn't mean anything.
Because he's not clutch. He had to have Ray Allen save his ass. He had to have Kyrie save his ass.
Come on, man.
He had to have
That's not
Anthony
true.
Davis save his ass in the bubble.
See, that's the thing. You look at 1 or 2 games and you define the whole season. LeBron carried that entire team into the playoffs. The year when Kyrie Irving supposedly saved them, he carried them. Kyrie Irving was out almost the entire year.
Okay,
LeBron
and when the
carried
shot is
that
on the
team
line,
on
when the
his
shot is
back,
on the
bro.
line, you are not giving
On
it to
his
LeBron
back.
to shoot.
Come
You're not
on,
giving it to
man.
LeBron to shoot. That's the difference.
Come on,
You're
man.
not giving the clutch
Don't
shot
do
to
that.
win the championship to
Don't
LeBron.
do that.
Kobe Bryant.
And you guys forget. LeBron's been playing since 2003. How many years has Kobe been in there? And LeBron has still been terrorizing the league even then. Come on,
Bro,
man.
again,
Don't do him like
again,
that. Bro.
this league,
Look, I'm
he's
not
great now.
I'm not
But
saying
this
LeBron is
league
better
is
than
so
Jordan. I'm not
catered
one
to
of those crazy
LeBron,
guys.
dude.
Just give him his respect. That's all I'm saying is give
I gave him
LeBron
his
his
respect, but
respect.
I'm not putting him number 3. I'm not putting him number 3. It goes by finals winning percentage.
No, that's not. No, it isn't.
I'm just here just to watch you guys. See, this is I missed you guys. You guys bring it in, and this wasn't even part of the conversation. You
Jose,
just threw this in
I'm
out
sorry,
of nowhere.
time out. Real quick, Jose. Since we're talking about percentage, you just said if Mahomes loses this year and Burrow wins next year, then you're putting him alongside Mahomes.
No. I said the gap is like this much closer. Mahomes
Why?
is still ahead
Because of percentage, right?
Because
it's 1-3
No.
Super Bowl.
No, because if you said because there's no.
Sam, I agree. This is some high quality audio. I 100% agree.
Because why? Because he has one Super Bowl in 3 appearances, and Mahomes will have 1 in 4 or 1 in 3.
No, because there's an MVP involved.
Yeah, you have 1 in 3.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Mahomes has 2. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but that's because there's more accolades there with Mahomes right now.
But you're saying the gap shortens.
Remember,
Mahomes
was in the league longer, so that doesn't mean Joe Burrow can't pass him up. I'm not saying Joe Burrow automatically passes him up next year if he wins and Mahomes loses this year. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the gap gets closer, and it's not Mahomes isn't a shoo-in as the next GOAT. That's all I'm trying to say. He's not a shoo-in if Mahomes loses this year and Burrow wins next year. It's all I'm trying to say. Burrow can pass him up. It is a possibility, but that has to happen, and that's a what if.
Okay, so what if Josh Allen wins next year? Then does he go above Joe Burrow?
No, right now Josh Allen reminds me of Phillip Rivers. Right now
you're only saying that because of TikTok you shared earlier.
That was
Shut up.
Bro, that was a perfect analogy.
No. If Josh Allen wins next year, he has one more Super Bowl win than your boy Joe Burrow does.
That TikTok I sent you guys was a perfect analogy. Those guys literally to the T has literally spelled it out to you why Josh Allen is the next Phillip Rivers. If he doesn't start winning at all in the playoffs, if his record continues, just like to your point, percentages, then he's gonna fall off. So you cannot sit here and tell me, based off your logic, that he's going to be even close to Mahomes or Burrow at that point.
If Josh Allen wins next year, then that means he's 1 for 1 in Super Bowl appearances.
So the question is, guys, and obviously I put it up here: is Mahomes the next Tom Brady? And the only reason why I brought this up because of Patrick Mahomes' accolades so far in his very young career. In his 6 years, he's played 5. In those 5, he went to 5 straight AFC titles games. In those AFC titles games, he's been to 3 Super Bowls. That includes the one that's coming up. He's 1-1 in Super Bowls. He has already won an MVP. He's on his way to win his second one this year. By far, what everybody, no matter what everybody says, the Philadelphia Eagles story is a great story, right? But at the beginning of the year, what do we all say? What do we say? The Chiefs are going to take a step back because what? He lost Tyreek Hill. Well, guess what? Patrick Mahomes was every bit better without Tyreek Hill. So to me, it feels like it's Patrick Mahomes' MVP to win this year, which it was guaranteeing his second MVP. Whether if he wins the second Super Bowl is a wait and see coming up in next week, right? Yes, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday.
Yeah.
So the question is,
he gonna win.
Let's just get it out of the way. Patrick Mahomes is the best NFL quarterback right now in today's game, correct?
And today at 8:45.
Exactly.
Yes, right. Because Thomas Brady retired this morning. So
as soon as Tom Brady retired, Patrick Mahomes is legit right now. The best
even when Tom Brady was playing,
Patrick Mahomes. You gotta respect the goal.
Eric, because exactly, you gotta respect the goal. He's still playing, so we would give Tom Brady the edge if he's currently an active NFL player. Because realistically,
I'll give you that.
If he were to go sign, if he were to have not retired this morning and not to sign with the 49ers, then we talking about another 49ers and Chiefs Super Bowl next year.
Now, remember, last year he was the reason why he retired because he was trying to go to Miami. I'm not saying that
boy, bro. That's why.
I'm not saying that might happen again, right? But something tells me, guys, this was kind of all off today. It just happened out of nowhere. It was kind of off. It was like, I wouldn't be surprised.
I still feel even if he does come back, Patrick Mahomes is still the best NFL quarterback today. I'm talking about today, right now. Even if Tom Brady comes back,
talent-wise, yes, because he has so much youth.
Yeah, he's younger.
But on the right team,
with the
right pieces around him, Tom Brady could realistically win another Super Bowl.
Facts.
Right, but what is that going to do to his legacy that's already cemented? He's already the GOAT as it is. He's the number one. He's the greatest quarterback of all time. Him winning another Super Bowl just makes it difficult for everybody else to follow from Patrick Mahomes up until the people that are right now in high school and even elementary school. They're going to make it into the NFL. That's just going to make it even 10 times difficult. I am talking about like today, right now. No matter if Tom Brady comes back, it's Patrick Mahomes, and then the gap for second is that much. It's out of my screen. because there's nobody close other than Joe Burrow that comes near Patrick Mahomes and his accolades that he has going to get, right? So to me, like, and Sam says, and he puts it right here. Philip Rivers is the comparison to Josh Allen. That's like
don't get us started, please.
Right now.
Don't get us started. Once
Just
again, Jose's following other people's takes.
But
are we all, John?
Now, guys,
are we all?
No, I follow my own take.
Oh, shut your ass.
Again,
I'm sure if you come
wait,
on.
I noticed. Are you not wearing your Chargers gear today? Because you got this Chargers Philip Rivers take.
Look,
is that why you're not wearing it?
Look, right now, Josh Allen is Philip Rivers. If he doesn't start winning playoff games, just like Philip Rivers here, he's going to fall behind two great quarterbacks, just like Philip Rivers did. Just like it said in that TikTok. It's the truth, guys. Just because I've heard it somewhere else doesn't mean it's not true or it can't be true.
Jose, you could be like Philip Rivers too. You keep having more kids.
Yeah, he has 10. I'm literally like what? I'm like halfway, man.
Like you're almost halfway there.
I'm almost halfway there.
But anyways, back to what I was saying before I was really interrupted.
Justin Herbert rank.
You know, all I'm saying is that it's a gap right now. Patrick Mahomes, by far, no matter what happens, he's the best NFL quarterback right now.
Absolutely,
in today's game.
I'm following him.
To me personally, I think Patrick Mahomes right now enters the top 10 greatest quarterbacks of NFL history with everything that he just what he just did over the weekend.
Yeah,
don't go.
My homeboy's a dog. Yeah, my homeboy's a dog.
How many
up there?
Top 10.
What Patrick Mahomes is doing is basically an elite NFL quarterback's career. Two NFLs. This many appearances.
If it was to end after this year, if he wins another one, if it was to end, is he top 10 worthy?
Actually, he's already top 10.
Absolutely.
Okay. To me, he's already top 10.
He has 2 Super Bowls, 2 MVPs, and just going nuts in 5 years.
5 straight NFC title games. You know, he's already cemented himself in the top 10 greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. Right. It goes to show. Look, Brady number 1, Manning number 2, and then everybody else you can debate. Montana, Aikman, Elway, Marino, Breeze. You know, whatever you can say. Terry Bradshaw. This is not in any particular order. It's just in the order of greatest NFL quarterbacks.
Why would you put Manning number 2?
Because he has 2 Super Bowls.
So if Mahomes wins 2 Super Bowls, you put him above Manning.
Yep.
No.
Absolutely.
No. And this is where the conversation gets a little bit tricky, right? So because
why not?
Because he's not going to retire right now. You still got 9 years left of Patrick Mahomes, and those 9 years he could surpass everybody else.
9? What are you talking about? We probably got like 13 years. He's 27.
So what's wrong with Joe Montana?
It just
why is it he number 2?
You don't. We're not even considering injuries. That's why I'm saying safely.
Why isn't Terry Bradshaw number 2? They have more titles than Peyton Manning.
He's a cowgirl.
Terry Bradshaw was a Steeler.
My bad.
Terry Bradshaw was a Steeler,
and he was way more rings. So why isn't he number 2?
He has way more Super Bowls.
I'm only saying there's other guys with more rings than Patrick Mahomes.
We're talking about like rings and talent wise. I mean, Mahomes is by far the most talented quarterback we've seen in I could say in my lifetime.
I agree.
Talent-wise, arm, feet. You know, look at the plays he's making out there, man.
Decision making, all of that.
He's insane, dude. He's a freak of nature out there. Whereas other guys are just like gunslingers, you know, get game management, clutch moments, but like Mahomes is that and more. He's your running back, wide receiver,
He's a great quarterback. He really is. I just think you put him on another team. I don't know if he's going to be as good. I think this is similar to Tom Brady and Bill Belichick type. Now, Mahomes is a better skilled quarterback than Tom Brady was.
I'll tell you what.
He was in his prime, but
if you put him on the Bears, he wouldn't be as good because they don't know how to develop quarterbacks.
So then again, that just proves to my point that
no,
Andy Reid, it's another.
No, the Bears is different, bro. This is where quarterbacks come to die.
Oh man, no, not even. Look, well, that's true. But regardless, I think you gotta give credit to Andy Reid.
Of course, that's what I said. Absolutely.
Look, see, Sam knows what I'm talking about here. Look, he has Joe Montana, Peyton Manning. Okay, I don't know about Dan Marino, Drew Brees.
Hey, Drew Brees, that boy.
But you gotta respect. You gotta respect, man.
7.
Unitas at 8, Warner at 9, and Terry Bradshaw at 10.
Okay, because right now, because he hasn't won another Super Bowl, then we could probably I would swap Breeze and Elway and probably put Mahomes at 6. I'd probably drop Breeze to fucking.
Doesn't Elway have 2?
list.
Elway has 2.
Yeah.
Does have to.
Yeah,
has
so
2.
move Elway to 5. Okay, I mean, if
I
we're
would
going
move
off-
Terry Bradshaw up a little higher too than that one in Sam's list, simply because Terry Bradshaw
would
does
probably-
have the Super Bowls to back him up.
okay, realistically, I'd probably swap Breeze and Bradshaw straight up, and keep it like that.
I think I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Oh, so you guys have Tom Brady in number 7. Well, regardless,
Well,
I mean,
Tom
not
Brady's
Tom
number
Brady,
one.
Patrick Mahomes
Tom
at number
Brady's
7.
1.
But if Mahomes wins, then he
Right.
moves up.
Yes, yeah, I agree. But yeah, I agree with John. If Mahomes wins,
go ahead
he-
and pencil him at number 4.
number 3 or 4 for sure.
I don't know. I feel like Dan Marino. I know he was one of the greatest passers of all time, and his list and everything. My mistake. I left Aaron Rodgers off that list. He definitely belongs on the
No,
list.
I think
Well,
that
I would
is
put Brett,
perfect.
I would put Brett
Sam.
Favre over Aaron Rodgers on the list.
I mean, he's won 2 more MVPs, or 1 more MVP than Brett Favre with the Packers.
These are good
I mean,
topics, man.
Brett Favre was different back then. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, like, watching Brett Favre, like, at the end of his Packers career, but he was a dog, dude. He
Dude,
had some really good playoff games.
that
It was
year-
cold as shit.
That year in the
he was
Vikings,
good.
that year
The
in the
Vikings, the
when
Giants.
they played the Saints, that was a magical year for the Vikings, man.
Bro,
that was the
like-
closest they've ever been.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like, coming from a Bears fan, Favre is a more likable guy than Rodgers. You look at Rodgers, you want to punch him in the face. Like, fuck you,
Facts.
dude.
Well,
And then he's a little,
not today.
little ugly
today,
ass
though.
rat tail of a man bunny guy. Like, bro, fuck you.
Not today because Brett Favre is stealing from charities and stuff like that. So maybe not today, but back then, yes.
Hey, bro.
That is true, isn't he? Right?
Yeah,
Something
yeah,
like
you know,
state of
it's-
Mississippi or
you
something
know,
like
it's
that,
in-
right?
Quarterback,
That's none of-
Packers
that's none of my
quarterbacks are just
business.
assholes. Okay,
That's none of my
basically.
business. You know what? It's because he went to the Jets, man. Then he started acting like a New Yorker.
Oh my god.
Oh my! And that, I mean, hey, Aaron Rodgers already fits the bit already with that attitude that he has, right? But regardless of the fact, guys, I think Patrick Mahomes already solidified himself as one of the NFL's top 10 quarterbacks of all time in
Absolutely.
NFL history.
Absolutely. And right now, he is the
He's
best quarterback.
number
right now.
1 and by a lot. And it's
By
like
a lot.
by a lot.
By a whole lot. He's gonna win.
And
another
even
Super
like
Bowl.
you guys were talking about, right? Like, the whole, what if situation, right? Everything that you guys talked about, right? If Burrow does do that, ends up going back to another Super Bowl, right? The gap closes, but it's not really that big of a gap that he closes. It's kind of like Mahomes here, Burrow here, and if he goes to the Super Bowl, Burrow all he does is this. It's not really that much.
I'll tell you what, if Burrow goes to the Super Bowl again next year and loses, they blow up the team. Or no, they retool the team.
Yeah, maybe
They're
just
they're
the
still too
defense.
young, John.
Maybe
They're
just
still
the
way
defense.
too young. Joe Burrow still
Nah.
probably has another year or 2
No,
left.
I
that
could
rookie
see them
contract.
getting
So
rid
does
of
Jamar
Higgins and pulling in
Chase.
another guy.
It's
No,
just
Jamar Chase is untouchable. I feel like Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are staying there for life.
And that's the thing. You could place other wide receivers at 2 or 3 as long as you have your number 1. They'll make the other guys come in better, and they're going to lose T. Higgins. They're going to lose T. Higgins to the offseason because he's a free agent.
Absolutely.
They're going to lose him.
no. They
That's
got to
gonna-
trade for him. He still has 1 more year.
Okay, but then we should give more credit to Mahomes though, because he doesn't have a Jamar Chase or T.
He has a
Higgins.
Travis Kelsey though. You can't.
Yeah, he still has Travis Kelce.
He is Travis Kelsey's a tight end.
Still, and that's
Okay, who would you rather
technically
have,
still a
Jamar
number
Chase
1 no
or
matter
Travis
what.
Kelce?
He acts like a number 1 no matter what.
Who would you rather have, Jamar Chase or Travis Kelsey?
Travis Kelsey right now.
Travis Kelce.
100%. Travis
If
Kelsey.
you were to start a team and you're drafting your first guy, you're picking Travis Kelsey.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
why? Because
Yeah.
Travis Kelce could do the dirty work inside with the offensive line too as well. He could block, he can help, and he could catch and he could run. He's a quintessential another.
And that's a tight end.
Okay,
wide
okay.
receiver.
So could Joe Burrow do what Patrick Mahomes does with the receivers that Kansas City has?
You put Joe Burrow.
Excluding Travis Kelsey, we're looking at the wide receiver core only. Can Joe Burrow replicate what Mahomes does?
Put Joe Burrow on the Chiefs, and they're the exact same quarterback.
They're the exact same thing.
I disagree.
Exact same.
They're almost.
I think
the same
Mahomes-
exact player. To be
Mahomes
honest,
is not, bro. I think Mahomes is more athletic and more,
I get you. Look, everything that
I guess
Mahomes
I don't want to
does
say
is
intelligent.
amazing.
I guess just more magical, more phenomenal. I guess. I don't think.
I get it. He has
I
the
don't think
flashy
Joe-
plays. the underhand throws, the sidearms, the one between his legs, one coming out his butt cheeks.
You know what it is?
All of it,
you know
bro.
What it is?
He has all of it.
Exactly.
And he can create his own plays.
Mahomes has the GOAT genes, and then Joe Burrow just he got that Riz. That's what it is.
But no matter what, they both can still get it done at the end of the day. There's a reason why. And you and I counted out the Bengals last year, thinking that was going to be their only time in the Super Bowl, this AFC title game, this and that. And he shut me up. He could do it. This guy can do it. He can take you to that level. Joe Burrow can be that person to take you to a Super Bowl with a good team around him. He has a good team around him. They just got beat by a better team, or
absolutely by a better quarterback.
Conversation coming up next because it's a great segue, or get robbed like they did this past weekend against the Kansas City Chiefs.
They're 1-1.
No one got robbed, bro.
They're 1-1.
Got robbed.
Don't you?
Come on, John. You
Chiefs?
Out of all the fouls, you gotta admit at least three out of the 9 were like, okay, yeah, that's right.
The thing is your own teammate is going off on you on camera after the game, and you know you fucked up. John, that was a good call.
That's one of the fouls that we're not even going to question about it because we all knew it right then and there, John.
Important one. That's the most important one.
Real quickly, the Chiefs and the Bengals with Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes are 1-1 in the AFC Championship game. So let's just hold up there. Okay, let's hold up there. They're 1-1. So, let's see what the next few years come. Regardless of the fact we're winning as fans because we're going to see literally 2 great quarterbacks battle each other out for the next 10 years.
We can just say realistically, Burrow versus Mahomes is a way better matchup than Mahomes versus Hurts.
You mean? I think it was the same.
The AFC Championship is going to be a better game than the Super Bowl is.
See, but we thought the same thing last year when they faced each other, and then here comes Super Bowl, and then the Rams just came.
Nah, bro. Come on, you knew the Rams were gonna win. Come on, dude. The NFL scripted, dude. Come on.
All I'm saying, don't be surprised if the Eagles win. Don't be surprised if the Eagles win.
They're not gonna win, bro.
You don't know that.
Bro, Andy Reid is playing against his old team that gave up on him, dude. Andy Reid has had some secret plays in the vault that's gonna go nuts, dude.
For that reason, I'm going for the Chiefs. Just for that reason alone, I'm gonna choose the Chiefs because of Andy Reid. But
the fact is, look at the quarterbacks. Look at the quarterbacks alone. Look at the coaches alone, head to head. I say the Eagles have a better defense advantage, but you got to give the Chiefs credit, bro. Like when it comes down to it, like the that's true, probably no. When it comes down to it, the Chiefs defense shows up, bro. Like they can be dog shit all year long, and in playoffs, they're fighting for their lives out there along with Mahomes.
Put Joe Burrow with Andy Reid. We're probably talking about Burrow being the best right now.
I'm trying to tell him, Sam. I'm trying to tell him.
I mean, I agree. I honestly believe they're both the same exact thing. Obviously, you just get one flash with the other.
Nah, CP, what I'm saying is, look at the last Super Bowl. You go back last year, Matthew Stafford joins a new team. Voila, he wins. Year before that, Tom Brady gets a new team. Voila, he wins.
I agree, though.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree with John.
Like, bro, you know what's crazy is both those years I was like, man, I should put like $100 for them to win. I was like, nah, this is not gonna happen. And boom, back-to-back years has happened this year. Obviously, we don't have that scenario, but I do believe there's some aspects of the game that you gotta admit is rigged, scripted. I mean, it is what it is. There's too much money. I mean, if we bet on it, imagine people with deeper pockets.
You can say it's scripted. But also at the same time, how much of it is the pressure of the refs being in home field advantage in an environment like that to lean a little bit more to the home side than it is to the way side?
Pressure. You've been if you're a ref in those high profile games, that means you've been a ref for a very long time. You should not succumb to pressure from the home team. People are gonna blame you regardless. Like whether you're home or away. Don't give me that. I don't believe that.
There's no pressure, bro. There's no pressure. I mean, there's pressure in every game. Pressure in every playoff game, but I don't think there's you're not caving into pressure because you're at this team's home field, bro. It is.
I do believe
a fair game.
I do believe what John's saying as far as there's way too much money to be made for them not to be able to, just
come on, bro.
help some things out for what I mean, for whoever.
Come on now.
I mean, look what Mother goes. I mean, they make billions of dollars, and you mean to tell me that they can't put sensors on the balls and fields to have accurate locations?
Oh, facts.
Right? That's one. CP says that Chiefs games did look a little suspect at the very end, And
I mean,
it said the chains broke and the chains break twice.
I mean,
this
look,
season.
we're throwing heat at the ref. Who's to say that the player that committed the foul wasn't paid?
Look, Skycams randomly not working, just like the cell cameras weren't working when Jeffrey Epstein got killed. You know what? It's conspiracies, man.
Or that
All of a
one
sudden-
Super Bowl for the Ravens with the power
Yes!
for like an hour. Come on now.
$1 billion company and the lights go out. Come on.
I agree with Sam. You
not
guys
rigged,
got to
it's
admit
just
that
suck.
these refs are not full-time referees. These guys are all
It's because,
part-time.
but you also have to. It's the same thing with like we argue this with like the World Cup. I do. I mean, the World Cup's more rigged, but we're saying refs in general. Refs are watching this real fast, just like umpires are watching shit real fast. They do miss it. They're humans at the end of the day, but I don't think it's more so like pressure, as far as like pressure to lean calls towards the home teams. I just think it's like it's happening in real time. You're kind of like it's like what just happened, so you just say whatever comes first to your mind, and sometimes you just say a fucking stupid penalty. But I do think there needs to be like some type of I don't know, a fine for refs when they screw up that bad. Look at the Lakers and Celtics game the other day. LeBron was going nuts on the court crying, but he was right for it. They did miss a foul. That's why I think like they should make it more personal and let it hit these referees for pockets. That way they're more careful with these calls.
Pick me.
Yeah, see you, Eric, in the back.
Okay, thank you very much. Hi, my name is Eric Avila. How about we just make the referee full-time and not have this debacle anytime, any place? I think that's the easiest thing you can do in the NFL. That's probably the smartest thing the NFL can do is make these officials full-time.
Hold on, Eric, but is it really full-time when you have that off-season? What are they going to do in off-season? Just practice?
It's called practicing, learning the rule book, having scrimmage games, doing this. I mean, part of it, you have to have hand in hand. I mean, every sport around the world, all these referees, umpires, whatever you want to call it, they're doing it full-time. They're getting paid full-time. They get paid even in the off season. There, what is that? What is that called? What's the word that's called?
But I think Paulina makes a great point. Is like you could look. Do you know how? Remember the uproar about the strike zone, about the what was it? What was it that they're talking about? Like replacing the umps with computers or something like that, like
with the robots.
Yeah, like I feel like that's maybe doing that in the NFL wouldn't be so crazy, right? With the amount of money they make, they could do something like that. You can have markers, you can have cameras, you can have a whole bunch of sensors. You're a $1 billion company.
You have to pay them a fair wage if you're going to put them full time. Yes, I get that. But the NFL makes money, bro. Like they make billions and billions of dollars. It's nothing to put a handful. How many refs are there? What, like 70 some odd refs or something like that full time? If that's all you really need.
Okay, but when are we going to actually put blame towards the league itself for these soft ass penalties they have? We're dogging. I mean, the refs kind of have to call everything.
Again,
the fucking ridiculous
that goes along with having
it's
everything full time, though, John.
But
you have these full times. You go over the rule book full time. You go through the off season.
Hold on, Eric. But the issue isn't the issue isn't that they don't know the rules. The issue is that they pick and choose when to call fouls. Because I'm pretty sure almost every play there's somebody holding, there's somebody doing something that causes pass interference. But the refs pick and choose when to do it to help benefit or whatever, what team, no matter what, that's the issue. The issue isn't the fact that they don't know the rules. The issue is when are you actually going to call what's actually happening on the field? When it's late in the game, you have to be fair, you have to be consistent, all game round. And that's why there has to be some kind of sensors.
When you have that part-time though, Jose, like these guys have to literally go through training every single day, what to be called, how to do this, how to do that. It just, I mean, yes, you get it. Computer, no more human error, obviously like that. But I agree, the human error also makes this games or any games more perfect or the way it's supposed to be because of the human aspect of the game. If we have a perfect game, it just reminds me, John, I don't know if you remember this one, right? I don't know if you remember this commercial, but remember when the commercial when Nike did when the real players against the computers and robots and whatnot.
I'm sorry, Jose. I thought you were about to say that stupid ass basketball commercial where the kid snitches on himself to the ref, like, no, ref, I touched the ball.
Remember that? Oh my
sportsmanship.
You just unlocked the memory.
That's how you grow up in life.
That's a core memory.
Like the core memory right there.
That for real. I forgot about that one. That's a good one that you came up with.
That was. But
it's that Nike commercial when it's made of robots to play the perfect game, right? And that's what I feel like if we go through that, like yes, the element of surprise may still be there. Yes, the calls will be perfect down to the minute, very last ditch of the ball that could still be a strike. And I get that, right? But also the human error also factors in a lot in this game. That makes the game even more exciting than just having umpire or robots taking over the world and being called in every single game. I honestly do believe, though, that if you make the NFL, the PA makes these refs full time, it eliminates most of these errors that are just egregious. Because remember, you don't want to have to happen on a Monday Night Football game when the refs go on strike and one referee scoring a touchdown, the other one's making an incomplete pass. Like, you don't want that to happen, and that's because they were looking for backups to the part-time refs. You make it full time. You go in off season, 2 off seasons. Every off season, you go and you detail these rules on what you have to do, how it's going to be marked, doing the training.
Man,
Hell, even train in the AFL, XFL, whatever the case may be. But these guys go on every single year just working and perfecting their craft. So when the season comes, you don't have that many errors, and they pick and choose on when's the right call and when not. Because we all know there's holding in every play. And on both sides of the ball. There's fouls committed every single way. We all know that. NFL players know that. Even the everybody knows that there's always a penalty in every single play. If you call it, this game is never going to end. So it's kind of like
they said, there needs to be consistency. Like, bro, if you're going to let that shit go on in the first quarter,
exactly.
let that shit play out in the
that's
fourth.
why you practice, you train them to get there, so it could be consistent all the way around.
About practicing, dude. I don't think it comes to practicing. It literally comes to like personally, like, okay, dude, like you let that shit slide the first. It's like an umpire. Okay, you should have called that a strike. Now you're gonna give him a ball on the next one. You got to be consistent with it. I don't think it has to do with being full time or part time. I just think it comes down to like
that's what I said earlier. Yeah,
exactly. I'm leaning towards your point, Jose. I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I just don't agree with you on this point, Eric. I see what you're going, but I do agree. We're both of you are saying, like, realistically, like, in order for this game to be perfect, you probably have to have a referee watching every single player on the field, and that's never gonna happen.
I think where the comadre's going with that one, I like that. All these refs are like 60 years old and whatnot, and I agree. I think there should be an age limit, and I'm not.
I know, man. There's some decent ass women reffing now.
Same can be said about our presidency, right? We got to start getting younger guys in office. You know what I mean? But that's just
I agree.
I don't even feel like we got a president.
Hey,
we're not that type of show.
If our early retirement is at 63, I mean, it should just be like that throughout everybody else in every other career instead of just us.
Mine's at 55.
It's going up, man. It's going
up. I know, right? It's only going to go up. We're gonna be working till we're 90s, and we're still not even going to get our full pension because of this damn government. But that's another podcast for another day, and whatnot. Duff, man, what's up, Duff? What did Duff say?
Hold on, we can't skip the rest.
Oh, CP, my bad, CP. Yeah, I think these refs are too old. I think they need to go younger. I agree. I definitely do agree. I think refs should start. I personally feel like maybe the NFL players should be part of the reffing crew to help officiate these games too as well.
Then they're really gonna pay them out, bro. Chill.
No,
if I can get in shape, I'll be a referee, man. Make all that money just to, you know what I mean?
For real. I'd say what Duff says. We need more refs and definitely more cameras and more angles because it looks so many calls, close calls, because of the lack of angles and plus the calls. It would have been better, more refs with more glasses or better vision. For real, because Kyle Shanahan said that Devontae Smith, whether if it was a turning point to the game or not, that's another discussion to have, right? But it was a very big part of the game because he didn't catch the ball. There was an angle that Kyle Shanahan, for some odd reason, at Philadelphia's home turf, he didn't get to see that camera angle that everybody at home saw that he dropped the ball. That's why he didn't challenge the play, and the Eagles scored 7 on that, right? And that could have been a turning point of the game because what if he does throw it, they do call it incomplete, maybe Brock Purdy doesn't get hurt, maybe the game would have been a lot closer. There's a lot of what ifs in that scenario, but that's another perfect example that a team benefited from a missed call because of the wrong camera angles and whatnot, right? Again, I do feel like yes, it is a tough. I think Sam or CP? I forgot who it was that put it up there, but the game is really hard to officiate. Just like any professional league around the world, it's all the games are hard to officiate. But at least try to make it seem like. But everywhere else, all the umpires, the officiating crew, our refs, all that, they're all full time. The NFL isn't. So I think make it seem more like you at least care enough to try to fix all of this shenanigans. You're still going to have the human error. That's going to happen. but at least make it full time to at least these errors won't happen a lot in key situations out of the 20 some odd games of NFL games that we have in one calendar year.
JCA Olympics 2023, guys. 40-yard dash. We're gonna do it this
Facts.
summer.
Has to happen.
I already feel my hamstrings just popping already just doing a 40-yard dash. I can't even do it. Have Chris Paul officiate for real. That's a good one. I think that's a good idea. I'm not talking about the superstars. I mean, you know, just one of those back-end players that, you know, had a decent career, but, you know, also officiated too as well. You know, that could also help out too as well.
Retired players officiating?
Probably.
That'd be great. Why not?
Why not?
I don't see why that wouldn't be a good idea.
I mean, what if they hold a grudge against a certain team like that fucking bitch?
Human error, homie. That's what we call it. It's human error.
I mean, you don't want Dak Prescott refereeing a fucking any Eagles, Redskins. I'm sorry, not Commanders or Giants game.
Facts, comadre.
After party at the nearest ER. Damn, for you guys, not me.
CP says 15-yard. Nah, we're doing a full 40, my boy.
We'll do it at 20-yard dash.
I already told you guys I will scrape the floor out of all you guys and anything else other than the running distance.
No, bro. If you guys invite Duck,
far, guys.
If you guys invite Duck to the Olympics,
I know my limitations. I can't run.
What'd you say, John?
I said if Duffman is in the JCA Olympics, and I'm gonna fake an injury because that man's too. He's too swole. He runs marathons. I ain't winning shit if Duffman's in it.
I'm gonna train with you. You're gonna be my trainer for this JCA Olympics.
No,
can't do it, bro.
All right, real quick, Sam in the comments. Mistakes will happen, but we need to find out who to fix these mistakes when they matter the most. Bad calls shouldn't be deciding AFC championships or the NFL. Dude, and this happens so many times throughout the playoffs. Remember the Saints Vikings game the year before that? I think it was the Saints and another team.
No, it was the Saints and Rams, the one that you're talking about.
But there was also Saints and Vikings ones too that cost them. It was almost like 2 years in a row for the Saints. I
thought the Saints Viking ones was the missed tackle for Stephon Diggs, or you hear Joe Buck, you know, where he's like, what did he say? Diggs! And then he just ran in all, you know. I think that's the one you're confusing it with.
The Minnesota Miracle?
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah, I believe so.
Duffman says, plus, if these refs are going to have a group discussion about a play, call, score, penalty, then review the cameras too, not just asking each other. That's true.
They shouldn't be making a decision. It should be whoever. They should just be there to call what they see, and then let someone verify from New York, whoever they're like. There's domes in these buildings. How many restaurants, how many corner stores have you gone to where they have those 360 cameras? They look at everything. You think they can't put that's probably dangling that gets to see everything? That you'll get every single angle. Come on, man! Like this, they could do that, bro. They just choose not to.
Okay, I run a marathon. I'm down, CP.
All right, CP.
I said also, why do they need to come talk about it in person?
Right.
They can't have walkie-talkies. I think the reception.
You probably couldn't hear the radios.
They take too long to get one another.
Do you remember? Do you guys remember? You guys seen that clip of the referee? Okay, I think it's this. Remember, he messed up. Like he was still on the mic, and he was like, "Oh, I think it was it." Like, no, what do you need, bro? Did you see it or not?
Right. Exactly.
Or no, he was gonna be like, or we'll just say it's this. It was something like that to that point where it was like he was basically guessing. Like, what are you doing?
And that's where full-time officiating, full-time refs come into play, and not having that point to happen.
That's gonna happen regardless, bro. Because
not really. It minimizes that problem, though.
You're still gonna have bad calls. It's not gonna.
I agree. I said it. Human error.
But the point is not to make it happen to decide a team's fate like it did in some of these games in the playoffs.
When these officials are actually properly trained the way they're supposed to be, it minimizes that to happen. These guys are, dude. What's that one swole NFL referee that retired?
Ed Hockley.
He was a full-time lawyer. He did the NFL for fun. Imagine him having your lawyer though. Damn, right? This swole ass dude coming in and tugs very tight, just these arms, these pythons.
I ain't gonna argue with him. He's like, you right.
Exactly. I mean, just make these guys full-time and eliminate some of the problems. It's not gonna resolve everything.
Right.
Okay, but the players do have radios, helmets. This is true. You're right on about that one. But I mean, I don't know. But there's easy ways to fix it. Josh says, "Hey, what's up, fellas? What's going on?
What's up,
Josh?
What up?
Like
but yeah, you guys listen to
Angel.
JCA Sports. What
That
happened?
profile pic, cool.
The profile picture is
picture.
pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's pretty
You
good.
fly like an eagle.
He said Sam Ed Hockley trucked the running back. This is true.
Whoa,
And then CP says gotta be down really bad to wear a Diamondbacks cap, John.
Never that, boy. Never.
Penalty.
Obviously, CP doesn't know I'm a fan of hats.
Objection, Your Honor.
I am
That's
too.
a good
I am
one.
too.
But you guys are listening to the JCA Sports Podcast here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch under the John Konavi Facebook page, and also the Star 6 Media Facebook platform too as well, and all the other social media platforms too as well. Make sure you guys follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and all our social media platforms there. This has been a great conversation, guys. We agree. We'd like to thank CP, Sam, Josh, Comadre, Duffman, everybody will be joining us that joined us in this conversation. And look, it's a very interesting conversation because it's something that we get to talk about every single time because nothing is getting fixed, and yet it gives us something to talk about on each and every podcast. And it was a great conversation to have. From the Mahomes, is Mahomes the next Tom Brady? Mahomes in the top 10 of NFL quarterbacks of all time, to even the officiating of the refs. Like, the conversations are never ending here, and this is what you guys get from us. Also, what you guys are going to get from us too as well is the trade deadline from the NBA's next week, guys. And there's decisions to be made for our beloved Chicago Bulls, guys. Vucevic is in his last year of his contract. Zach LaVine signed a dumbass, unnecessary-ass contract for the Chicago Bulls. DeMar DeRozan, we don't know what the future is going to be like with him on this team. Guys, if you were the Chicago Bulls, what would you do? Would you blow this thing up? Who would you trade? Would you trade one? Would you trade two? Would you trade all of them and blow it all up? Or would you just stand back and be like, all right, let's see what's going to happen? Let's go with John. No, you know what? Let's go, Jose. Jose, let's go with you.
Well, I say trade both Vucevic and DeMar DeRozan and keep Zach LaVine.
What? Oh, I'm about to walk off, bro.
You should. Here's the thing. As I mentioned before, honestly, if I had to pick, I don't want to trade anybody. I say get a new coach, but that wasn't the answer you gave me. You're asking me which one to trade, coach? Right?
What?
Yes. We talked about this, and I've said this so many times throughout the weeks. John, you weren't here, so I'll give you a pass for not knowing. I don't know if you listened to the show or not, but let me reiterate.
You're my AirPod while I'm at work.
Let me reiterate. I will appreciate that, man. But let me reiterate to everybody real quick, okay? Here's the thing. It's not the fact that this team is struggling skill. Look, I feel like it's all coaching. I literally think every issue that they have going on is coaching because the talent is there for each one of the players.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not in the right places at the right time. They're not moving at the right pace. They're not trusting one another. They're isolating the ball. They're missing shots because they're not, as I mentioned before, they're not in the right spot. You have a good solid core of guys, talented guys that are supposed to be. You put them on any other team individually, and they will flourish under whatever system they're in. That's because whatever team, I guarantee whatever team is going to, has better coaching than the coaching we have now. Billy Donovan does not know what to do with these guys. The only reason why, if any of them get traded, it's because they don't fit the system that he's trying to run. But maybe it's the system. Maybe it's Billy Donovan. Why not get rid of him? Bring in somebody who knows how to coach, who has a better grasp of these guys and their talent. Look how they acted when they were in Paris, when they were playing together as a team, trusted in one another. That is the type of team you see when they play against the better teams. It seems like they rely on one another way more than usual. And when they play against the weaker teams, they start to play isolation basketball, trying to get their own points or their own stats up, and all hell breaks loose. Zach LaVine could score. DeMar DeRozan can score. We know what Vooch can do when he's on the team by himself as the main ball scorer. He's been a 2-time All-Star. These guys have it. They're just not put in the right system to flourish with each other. That's why when Lonzo Ball was on the team, the team was so much better because you had a floor general that's able to literally get these guys in the right spots, that's able to pick a play that works best for each individual player. You don't have that. But that's where the coach is supposed to come in and give you that, and you're not getting that from him. So if it was me, you have to keep Zach LaVine because of that contract. You're not gonna do not do that stupid ass trade that you see all over Facebook where you bring Russell Westbrook back. It makes no fucking sense. You keep Zach LaVine. You trade away DeRozan because there's trade value there. You trade away Vooch because there's trade value there, and then you build around him with the system that you think might work. That's what I would do.
All right, John, what you got?
Thank you, my boy. Well, I have my own points, but I want to address Jose's. Jose, you kind of you help my points make more sense. I would 1,000 times give up Zach LaVine for Westbrook. You said it yourself. We need a floor general. We need a point guard. These guys, they clearly don't work together. Yes, we can be relevancy, maybe make the playoffs. But if you got people trying to get rid of that $200 million contract off our hands, take it. Absolutely take it. We're literally a point guard away from being better. Westbrook has experience playing with Billy Donovan. You bring Westbrook in, he's going to be Mr. Triple-Double again. I don't care if he leaves at the end of the season, but bring us a point guard like that and getting rid of that $200 million contract that we shouldn't have gave LaVine, but we're kind of trapped into giving him. Please take it. If the Mavs want to take Zach LaVine, give him to him. At this point, this team, if you keep them together, we're just going to be the same shit as last year. But I don't think that's the coach's fault. I think it's literally the individual players. Like Billy Donovan has made the Bulls relevant again. We have games where they fucking look like, bro, before we were the laughing soccer league. Now it's like, you don't know what Bulls are going to show up. We can compete and win, or you can have, like yesterday, Mr. $200 million goes 1 for 3 at the free throw line in a clutch situation to tie the game, possibly go into overtime, possibly win. That's the guy you need to get rid of.
But that's the indictment. If you don't know, but if you have a team that doesn't know who they are, isn't that on the coach's fault?
No.
Yes.
Dude, you
where's
have
your
Zach
identity?
LaVine. You have Zach LaVine, who's a fucking Robin trying to be Batman, bro. He's not that guy. Listen, matter of fact, DeRozan. No, he can't.
Yes, he can.
He's not that guy.
Your $200 million player should not be averaging 23 points a game.
I guarantee you.
He should be with Tatum. He should be Kyrie, KD, fucking what's his name? Brown
Morant.
on the John Morant. But literally, if he's a true number 2, he should be doing what Jaylen Brown's doing on the Celtics. If he's the number 1, give me Jason Tatum numbers. He's not that guy.
You're right. You're right on that. He should be doing what Jaylen Brown is doing, but
it's not the coach.
But yes, it is. That's why he's not Jaylen Brown. John?
The only way Zach LaVine is going to put up numbers like that is if he has no other all-star around him.
No, it's not a coincidence.
He needs to be the only guy.
It's not a coincidence. This started once Billy Donovan came in, and this team was constructed.
No, bro, he
was a player every year getting better and better and better. There's a reason why they gave him a contract, because there was the potential there that we all seen. Eric was
he's a great coach, dude.
Eric was the only one. Eric was the only one that said that they shouldn't. But a lot of us were like, you know what? It was an injury. We've seen what Zach LaVine can become, and that's the reason why we were okay with it happening. Now all of a sudden we're not.
Okay, Eric. Or I'm sorry, Jose. This is what I'm saying. Don't give up on the coach until you give him a point guard. We got a point guard whose knee keeps hurting, and our medical team can't even figure out why. Give us a true point guard first, then give up on the coach.
That I'm okay with.
You say we're missing a floor general. You're right. We have no floor general. Look at our starting lineup last night was
that's
Patrick
not
Williams,
the
DeRozan, Vooch, LaVine, Ayo.
If you're saying
true point guard, but I'm talking about listen, if you can address our point guard issue while getting rid of a $200 million contract that we never should have signed, I'll do it.
If you're saying that not having a point guard is not an indictment on the coach, which I agree with, then it's not also an indictment on Zach LaVine.
No,
it's not his fault that we don't have a quarterback. I mean, a point guard that can't stay healthy. That's not his fault either.
No, I'm not saying that's his fault.
But the issues are all the same. We don't have a floor general, so then why isn't the coach working around that?
Because our roster isn't constructed to. He's been trying. He's plugging in Ayo for last year. He was plugging in Caruso. We don't. Kobe White. I've been crying to trade Kobe White for years now. These bums. We don't have a good ass point guard. And then to address Zach LaVine's problem again, averaging 23 points a game. You don't know whether you're going to get 18 points from him or 38 points from him. Zach LaVine is so frustrating this year. He goes off for 5 threes or goes off for like 0 for 7 at 3. And then our most consistent players have been Vucevic and DeRozan.
I'm glad you brought that up.
That's why I'm saying trade away our least consistent players if teams are calling for him.
Why do you think he's so inconsistent? Because he's not getting because he's not getting the rhythm that he's used to.
Because
why?
he's trying to be a number one. He's not a number one.
Because you have other guys on this team that's holding the ball a lot longer. So then when the ball finally gets into Zach LaVine's hand, he is forcing the issue. That is it. Basketball is a game of rhythm. You have to get in. You have to get in your the ebbs and flow of the game.
Bro,
you can't do that if DeMar DeRozan. You can't do that if DeMar DeRozan is isolating the ball half the time. And I get. We asked for it because he's the only one who's consistent enough to make the score of the ball. But that's because he always has the ball. So you got it. That's why there has to be someone there to help distribute and get these guys in the rhythm. They don't have that. Now, if you don't have a point guard that can do that, then you as a coach, you have to dial it up. You have to maybe slow the game down. You have to get guys in spots. You have to practice it in. You have to practice it like at practice where guys get in their spots where you're not holding the ball all of a sudden all game long. They play ISO ball, and that is their issue. That is a coaching issue. Once you start opening the floor, once you start opening up the lanes, you'll start to see Zach LaVine flourish because he is a pick and pop shooter. He's not someone that should have the ball in his hand. He's someone that should be throwing the ball in his spot, shoot a three, in, out. He's a shooting guard. He's not a point guard. DeMar DeRozan is a small forward. He's not a point guard. But these guys are like point guards because they don't have either a point guard or B coaching to get them in their spots.
Jose, if you get rid of DeRozan and Vooch and keep Zach, and let's say we get rid of the coach like you want, you do all that, and we're in a rebuild all over again next year.
I literally said I'd rather not.
With the guy, you said you would get rid of DeRozan and Vooch.
For the question's sake, but I said if I had a legitimate choice, I would rather keep all three and get rid of Billy Donovan. But for the question's sake,
our legitimate choice then should be keep all three and the coach and get us a legit point guard.
Maybe, but that's I'm not.
Look, okay, I know I get what you're saying about LaVine, but it's just we've had so many years with LaVine already, and yes, he's a great guy. He's great to the city. He did deserve to resign. I don't think we all agree not for that much, but it's the way the market is for players nowadays. But I think it's time if you have teams calling for him. Because here's what I think. I've been saying for a while, we're missing a superstar. We're missing a superstar because the way I see it is how I can best put it. DeMar and Zach are both Robins to Batmans. The only difference is DeMar's a better Robin. DeMar is like a Dick Grayson and Zach is a Jason Todd. You know, Eric, if you don't get that reference or anybody else doesn't get DC reference,
Zach's a Damian.
This is it. This is
Zach's a Damian. Yeah, he is.
Zach's a Jason.
He's a Damian. He's a killer.
This is it. This is Sam Wilson Captain America and Bucky Barnes Captain America. Neither of them are legit Steve Rogers Captain America. Neither of them.
Oh my god.
I got that one. That one I did get. Cool. But I know who you're talking about by the Robins though. On the comments we got think about what he's saying, Jose. What successful team in the NBA, is flourishing with the floor general. That is why I'll give Billy a break. I'll break there because of how great we look with Lonzo. We can't force LaVine and DeMar to be something they've never been.
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm saying the same thing.
General. Duffman goes, Zach LaVine is good, but sometimes it is off. But something is off. All these past years prior, he was the guy. He needs to build around him. And all we said that before, and we've all said it's Zach's teams. We all need to make the system flow better. We've seen that with Rose. Rose was always that guy, but we needed more. And that's exactly what Zach needs. And DeMar needs that too. Zach and DeMar can definitely, you lost me, can definitely be Jordan Pippen reborn, but get them a better supporting cat. Man, you just tweaked me out with these.
I wasn't trying to block John's face. I was trying
to listen to address Duffman real quick. What he said is something's off with Zach. What's off with Zach is he has a problem being backseat to DeRozan. That's why he needs to go.
I agree 1,000% because who was it? I think it was Uncle Data. I think it was Deontay that says it's easy to be the best player on a bad team. And now that there's a good team around him, he can't fulfill the expectations of it simply because he's never been that guy. And every team that he has been, even with the Timberwolves, even though he got hurt there, I'll acknowledge that. Zach LaVine was never that guy to care. Even when he was here, he never made the Bulls better. He made himself look good because it was like he said, it's easy to be the best player on a bad
You
team.
put him on the
Jose,
Mavericks. I guarantee you,
now-
he's a way. I put him on the Mavericks. I guarantee you, he becomes the player that lives up to this contract.
Because there's a better player on that team.
Because there's a better overall staff, coaching team. Otherwise, it's the same BS.
There's an actual superstar.
If you're sitting here saying that DeMar DeRozan is a better player than Zach LaVine, then why all of a sudden he's going to go to Dallas and a better player and Luka is going to make him better? That makes no sense.
Because he's playing with Luka Doncic.
If DeMar DeRozan is a better player than Zach LaVine, so is Luka. So why is all of a sudden Zach going to be better over there? Come on, regardless of the fact he's robbing.
Jose, put it the other way around. Put DeRozan on the Mavs. He does just as good as Zach does over there.
That's not true. He does better.
He'll do a little bit better.
They both do better because they're with Luka. Send Vooch over there. He does better.
They are coached better. That's the difference. Is the system works better because
you got a guy that could drop 50 on anybody any night over there. You don't got that here.
I agree, and I think over here we have too much role players that try to elevate. Now look, DeMar DeRozan is the set standard. This is the set standard. There's a lot of role players in this team that wants to be above it, but when the time comes, they can't do it. They can occasionally. It's the NBA. It's 82 freaking games and throughout the whole entire season. Of course, you're going to have one game where you go off for like high 40s, mid 40s, whatever the case may be, right? But yeah, I agree though. I didn't want to read the last part, but I had to because I respect Duffman and I love Duffman. Duffman, I missed you, bro. And but
leave Duff alone.
I know I am. But the thing about it though, it's just you're right. In Dallas, there's an actual Batman, there's an actual Superman, there's an actual Captain America, there's an actual guy that can take the reins and be like, yo,
hold on, man. You just want to say Iron Man?
Iron Man, whatever the case may be, whatever side you want, Team Iron Man, Team Captain America, whatever the case may be.
But Team Iron Man,
actually a legit superstar in that team, a guy that deserves a contract that Zach LaVine has, and will show it to you night in and night out.
DeMar DeRozan does that same thing here.
We always said that Zach LaVine is an A1, and he will be an A1 in that team. Right here, he's an A1 trying to be a superstar, and it doesn't fit the bill.
It doesn't fit the bill because you're not playing to his strengths. It's similar to Vucevic last year. You had Vucevic as a center when he's a stretch four at best. You cannot have Zach LaVine be this guy who all of a sudden you give the ball starting cold and he has to start shooting it and score all these points. He's a streaky guy who needs his opportunities, but they have great shots.
He's like, when you do give him this,
we're paying you to be that guy. So be that
he's
guy.
not that good.
That's not his fault, though.
His opportunity.
Yes, we're paying him. Yes, we're paying him. You guys. The only reason why you guys are hating on him so much is because of the contract he has.
No,
that's not his fault.
That's not true.
That's not his fault.
Don't put me in that conversation.
Yes, it is.
Not put me in this conversation
because you guys are trying to get him to live up to a contract. That's not his fault. It's the market that he was in. If the Bulls were going to give him that money, another team were going to give him that money.
I've been saying this since last year, bro. I'm the one that you said it. I'm the one that's been saying this whole entire offseason that do not give Zach LaVine this contract. So don't put me in this conversation.
Yes, and that's the reason why.
It's over exaggerating. So no.
Eric has been saying that, and I said he deserves to re-sign with us. It worked in his favor how much he's going to make. We've been established that. But the way he's been forming this year, that's what I'm saying. I will be happy to get that contract off my hands just on how he's been playing this year. 23 points a game is not going to.
It doesn't cut it.
It doesn't cut it. Exactly.
And that's been
Zach LaVine. You're not even a number one.
Bull. His highest game point average was what? 26? And that's where a bad Bulls team when there was nothing around him. So it's kind of like now that you have something with him, he can't elevate his own game because his decision making hasn't been great.
Okay,
that's it. We've been waiting every year for him to elevate.
But here's the thing. I would agree with you guys, right? If it was just Zach LaVine that's struggling, but you have Vucevic, who was a 2-time All-Star in Orlando, struggling as well. You have DeMar DeRozan is the only one who's somewhat playing better, but that's only because he has the ball more than anybody in the team. Why don't you have guys like Alex Caruso thriving in the system? Why don't you guys have guys like Andre Drummond?
That's not Alex Caruso's game, bro.
Yes,
really? With the Lakers,
really?
Did you forget
that Alex Caruso with Los Angeles? You must not have been watching Laker basketball the year they won because Alex Caruso was that guy. You don't see that Alex Caruso here in Chicago. There's a reason for it. It's not because
you do
it's
see
not.
it. You saw it too.
No, you do not.
But we only
You
saw
see-
Alex
you see
Caruso
the
for that
grit.
time being because he was a
You see the
defensive
grit,
guy.
but
That
you don't see
yes,
the finesse,
occasionally he
Eric.
got it, but no, we got that last year in his first year.
Come on, man.
What are
Come
you
on, man.
talking about?
Yes, but and we got a better Zach LaVine last year than in his first year with all that contributed because they had a team like Lonzo.
Because we had a point guard.
Yes.
Because we had a point guard. So
Right.
that's why I'm saying overall, address the point guard situation first.
And
But if we're not going to do that, then unload Zach, keep DeRozan, Vooch, and definitely keep Billy Donovan.
I agree. I agree. I would give Billy Donovan a pass if you bring in a good point guard here. But don't blame Zach LaVine for every single issue this Bulls team has because it's not just him.
So that's why, we may not agree, but that's why I would do the Westbrook for LaVine trade.
You're trading somebody who's a streaky shooter for someone who's worse. You're not getting you're going to bring somebody who's literally going to compete with DeMar DeRozan on who has the ball the most.
You're not going to disrespect Westbrook like he's not a Hall of Famer.
God. Old Westbrook. You're not getting Hall of Famer Westbrook though.
Bro, look at who he's with. He's with ball hog LeBron stat padding to break the record this year. A healthy AD, but put him somewhere else. Put him with Billy Donovan where he can shine. Let him have the ball.
John.
Bro, he's coming off of the bench in Los Angeles. Put him in a starting lineup, and he's gonna thrive. He's gonna make that team thrive. I tell you what, Russell Westbrook on this Bulls replacing Zach will get us into the playoffs. Right now, the roster as it is, we'll miss the playoffs.
There's no way. There's no way.
Not even the play-in tournament, John.
If he's that good, how come the Lakers aren't in the? How come the Lakers aren't in the playoffs? How come the Lakers didn't make the playoffs last year? How come the Lakers? How come the Lakers didn't make the playoffs last year with AD and LeBron? I wonder if Russell Westbrook is so good. He was literally he was the laughing stock of the league last year
because he did bad. He literally pulled the Russell Westbrook and had one bad year.
Come on.
Give him his confidence and he's gonna go off.
Man. Your hatred for LeBron is clouding your judgment here.
It's not even that, dude.
Yes, it is. Bro.
Give Russell Westbrook his look at Russell Westbrook with LeBron was never.
I'd rather have Anthony Davis in street clothes on this team than Russell Westbrook because you at least get some kind of contribute for like 10 games out of the season.
Okay.
There's no way.
I've been told you trade LaVine for AD and you canceled that out.
I don't want that either.
Now you're jumping ship.
I don't want that either. I'm just saying I'd rather have AD than Russell Westbrook. That's it.
How many people thought that LeBron, AD, and Westbrook together were going to win a championship when that started?
Oh, man. Not me.
None of us. None of us. Okay. Also, how many times do they switch their coaches? You're not coming at them for their coaching. I'm just saying, put Westbrook out of there and he's going to thrive. He's going to be missing triple-double again. Why not give him a shot here? We have no true point guard.
LeBron
we can
always
unload Zach. It's a win-win for us. It doesn't work out. Guess what? He walks at the end of the season anyways.
Right now, Zach, I think the best of Russell Westbrook
you're probably
is
going
already
to pay
behind
half
him,
of his contract.
You don't want Russell Westbrook on this team.
I do want the way the Bulls are playing. Give me Russell Westbrook and get rid of LaVine.
You're not getting Oklahoma City Thunder with Russell Westbrook. You're not getting
that Billy Donovan out.
That Oklahoma City Thunder Russell Westbrook was the closest thing to Derrick Rose. You're not getting that. You're not
even getting Houston Rockets Russell Westbrook at this point, and that was even a decent point guard at that time too as well.
Put him on a different team. He's gonna do better.
No, he's not.
I don't think so. I think his best years behind. He was never a great shooter.
There's a reason why he got traded so many times.
He was more of a slasher. Like occasionally his shot will come off, but this is a guy that will shoot like 20, but shoot like 50 and only make like 20.
If you put him on a team, is he a starting point guard?
Just because of the name, bro.
Is he a starting point guard? Yes or no?
On this team, yes, but that doesn't say he's a good starting point guard. That says more about the point guards we have on this team.
More volume on how bad the Bulls roster is constructed.
We need a point guard. We need to get rid of LaVine's contract. 2-for-1 right there. And if it don't work out, he walks in the summer.
But here's the thing. If they trade away LaVine, I won't be upset, right? I'm gonna be disappointed. I won't be upset, right? But then if you trade away his contract, you're basically saying to the league, all right, we're really gonna give up anybody else, because then what else are you gonna do here? You're not even if you get rid of LaVine and keep DeMar DeRozan and Vucevic, this team is not built for anything regardless. You're still gonna have the same issues. You're still gonna have the same issues with this team without LaVine than you did with LaVine.
If we go the other way around, where we get rid of Vucevic and DeRozan and keep LaVine, then we're worse next year than we are starting.
But you're getting back more value, I feel like, for those two guys, so that way you can at least pick a lane and at least try to build around him and get better pieces, whether it's through the draft or free agency or trade.
The problem with him is he wants to be the best player on the team, and he's not that guy.
Make him the best player. Get him
You can't, bro. If you keep Levine, you can never bring a superstar to this team.
You don't know that.
I even said that. And
bro,
there's a reason why this guy was ranked 27 throughout the whole entire NBA. There's 27 better players than him, and if you're the 27th player and you trying to make it to you can't. His basketball knowledge, even from last year, it was kind of thrown under the rug. Even though the Bulls were really bad, simply because the Bulls were a bad team.
I hope they trade him. I hope he thrives, and you guys are gonna. I can't wait.
No, look, if he's what's him thriving himself or the team thriving and making it, because that's two different conversations to have.
My point is, like, he isn't the issue. The issue is the team, the system that he's in is the issue. That's my point. That's my point. You can make him the guy if you surround players that make sense. If you have a system that makes sense, but you don't. Because you have too many Chiefs and not enough Indians.
Because even when you have the NBA quality, when you have NBA players, he doesn't even elevate them to be a team whatsoever in a weak division of the East.
Neither does DeMar DeRozan. Neither does Nikola Vucevic. So we're putting all the blame on Zach LaVine. Why? Because he has a contract. That's not his fault. It's not his fault getting signed that contract. Every single one of us will sign that contract. If they're offering me, hell yeah, but that's not his fault. Blame the GM. Blame the organization.
We're keeping it as a strictly business. We paid you. You're not giving us what we paid you for, so let's move you. That's it. That's all. We're not blaming you. That's it.
The issues aren't going anywhere if you do that. I'm trying to tell you.
They are, bro.
No, they're not.
Okay, and the issues are going to remain the same if you only keep him. If you only keep him, we're still going to be the same old Bulls fighting to make the playoffs. If we make it, we're bounce first round.
He's still a 20-point scorer. You get rid of him, then you lose. All you do is just lose a 20-point scorer. You're not getting it anywhere else. You're not.
Who you trade for?
You're not gonna get.
The Lakers are the only team I can see LaVine flourishing because he would be a third option anywhere else. He's not making that team better.
LaVine doesn't want to be a third option though.
And that's the issue right there because
he
the
don't want to be a
egos that
second
are
option.
around
He
here.
wants to be number one. Look, everything was cool last year. Why? Because in the beginning of the season, it was still LaVine's team. We kept saying that. And then DeRozan became Mr. Fourth Quarter. And then LaVine got hurt.
Shine went away, and he didn't like it, and he wanted the spotlight, and because he wanted the spotlight because of his ego.
We don't know. That's
and that and the Lonzo injury. I think the Lonzo injury also had to do a lot of things.
But there's legit reports out there before the Paris game that the team's divided between DeRozan and LaVine, that they're bumping heads. Like, that shit just doesn't go out.
Why, John? Why? Because
LaVine got a problem.
No, because there's also a problem. But you can say the same thing about DeMar. But you can say the same thing about DeMar. If he's holding the ball, if he's isolating the team, if he's isolating himself, playing iso ball, it's not just LaVine he doesn't trust. You still have guys like Patrick Williams.
I wouldn't trust LaVine.
Come on, man. But it's not just him. You still have Vucevic. You still have Patrick Williams. You still have guys in that team who are not thriving with DeMar holding the ball.
Because
say it with your chest, CP. Say it.
This keeps going back to we need a point guard, Jose. But at the end of the day, even with the point guard,
I'll take that in a heartbeat, Rick. I'll take that in a heartbeat, Rick. 100%. I will take that in a heartbeat.
I would take a LeBron over
LeBron puts us over. He definitely put this over.
This is the only trade that will help the Bulls realistically, to be honest. Because any other trade does not make this team better, no matter what.
Okay.
I agree, Eric.
Let me ask you this. What wins the Bulls a championship? LeBron with Vooch and DeRozan, or LeBron with LaVine and DeRozan?
Both.
Well, anything with LeBron?
Both. Why? Because LeBron will shut that shit down. We know LeBron's the real MGM coach, all that. He will not come in and Billy Donovan will get fired a week after LeBron comes in. That's what he does. But he doesn't like a coach. This ain't working. Get him out of here. It's my team. Both work because LeBron knows what he's doing. I choose both.
Regardless of the fact, right? If you say LeBron, DeMar DeRozan, and Zach LaVine is the third option. In
tell him, CP.
If you say LeBron, Zach, and Vooch, Zach LaVine is still going to be the third option on that team because LeBron knows how to make a big man better, and that's just a very how
Rick's trolling right now. It's okay,
Birdman. It's all of that.
Rick gotta chill, bro. You know they're not gonna build a team around a white boy.
Come on,
man.
Well, you gotta go there.
Just spitting
Well,
facts,
guys,
my
this is
guy.
fun. John, it was nice seeing you. CP, I miss you. You still should have just hopped on, bro.
All right,
You know,
see if you didn't
I
want to
miss
hop
you.
on because I'm on or something. What he on, bro? Come on, man.
We had to keep it classic JCA. You know,
CP, I miss you, bro.
the show's better. The show is definitely better with TP, but it's also better with John. It's great with John. John, we need you, man. We definitely, this show was great.
Hey, I'll be here when I can. When work allows me to. I'll be on.
For
I
sure.
miss you, John.
I miss you too.
He said, "I want to get." CP says, "Oh, come on."
I'm about to put it right
What
now.
did he say? What's he saying, man?
Eric, you stick to hosting, man. What are you doing?
Hurry up.
Bro, he
You
always puts
stick
a
to
comment just
hosting.
with the girl, bro.
What he said? I want to get on your time, John. You haven't been in a while. And then Rick goes on and says, "Let go of DeMar, trade Zach, and Vooch."
Damn, so Rick just wants a clean house.
You might as well. You ain't going
but-
anywhere with any of them.
Hey, but you notice Rick didn't say something stupid like get rid of the coach.
No, Rick's there with us. I'm sure Rick's there with us.
No, bro.
I'm sure Rick's there with us. Look, it's not just me saying it. There's a lot of chatter going around.
There's been a lot of chatter.
There's a lot of chatter going around. All right,
No,
there really is.
There has, but realistically, even with a new coach, we're not winning an NBA championship with this roster.
We don't. Well, yeah, we're not. But we could probably be a better team. And I think that's where we.
What it comes down to though, like you see the way the league is, you need superstars. You need 2 superstars. We don't got that.
Tell him, Rick. There you go. Rick says,
It's
"Get rid of the
same
coach.
shit.
Get rid of the coach. He's there with us. He knows."
He
He.
did the comment before he said, "Clean that house. It's over."
Rick
Rick
is
is
out
advocating
here.
for Ronnie Brewer and Keith Bogans.
Rick probably got a Carlos Boozer jersey in his closet.
Oh, Billy. Duffmango says Billy needs to change that system and play calling or
Facts. It has to work, man. There's no way this team was good with a point guard last year and then not good this year. If the point guard is really the issue, if the point guard is really the issue, then there's also an issue with coaching because why is it that a point guard can come and run this team better than the coach can?
The point guard's like the quarterback of the team, bro.
I do want to say this though, right?
Makes no sense.
And this is what I do have to say. And if there's one thing value of how much Billy Donovan really needs that point guard, remember, Billy Donovan made Russell Westbrook a triple-double machine, right? Also remember that Billy Donovan with Chris Paul and OKC was a playoff team too as well.
Yeah.
So it kind of feels like Billy Donovan's offense runs through the point guard.
Coaching.
He really doesn't have to do anything.
There's no mental toughness on this team. Exactly. Why is it that we're leading? We're playing team basketball in the first half.
Like a bitch.
No, it's not, bro. Shut your ass up. It's not because he's like.
I think egos is also killing this team, guys. It's also egos.
So Eric, if you're a coach and you have team players that have egos, why aren't you shutting it down? You put we talked about this last time. You put what's his name from Greg Popovich on this team. There's no egos. There's no egos.
Ain't no one talking shit to him.
Exactly.
But
that's coaching
credentials.
Okay, but how many coaches in the league are like that though? Probably 5.
There's right. But that we need one of them.
We're not getting one of them. We're
not getting one of them.
We need them though.
Everybody's doing this whole
find somebody
basketball player coach type of thing.
I used to carry Nazim Muhammad's golf clubs all the time.
Hey, look. Hey, Nazim Muhammad was a go for pushing LeBron. Okay, that was really good.
Hey, see?
Duffman says, "I got a Jackie Moon jersey, baby. Love me sexy."
I used to have a Gordon jersey. Ben Gordon.
CP says, "What's the difference between last year and this year?" Zach's contract. Trust me, I see it. It's affecting his play.
It's not affecting his play. It's affecting y'all. It's affecting y'all's judgment. That's what it's affecting.
It never affected mine.
It's affecting y'all's judgment. The fact that he's getting paid now is the reason why you guys are nearly having him under the microscope.
Because, I mean, we kind of did
take my name off of that. What you're just saying because I've been saying
it's affecting y'all's judgment. Okay, because a lot of us were like, yeah, let's give him the money last year. So I don't want to hear that BS.
No, because we couldn't afford to let him walk.
Eric, I know it wasn't you, Eric. I'm not saying Eric. I said a lot of y'all.
We couldn't afford to let him walk. But we also said he's been improving every single year. This year he hasn't improved.
Now you're saying, but there's a reason why. There's a reason why you thought that last year because you've seen something in Zach LaVine that you're not seeing this year.
We
see it once a week.
with him.
Come
We
on,
see
John,
it once a week,
John.
and then the other days he does a little ATM. Hey,
John,
bro.
yes,
Hey,
yes,
I
you
gamble
could, bro.
every single day, man.
No.
I know what this man puts up. All right.
Look, I'm gonna show off.
I
my
avoid
ugly
him in my
ass
parlays
hair
'cause I
right
know
now
how he
I'm
is.
steaming, and you're really pissing me off. And the fact of the matter is that you saw it last year too. Like you seen it. I saw it myself, and I kept telling you guys every single time that this guy does not deserve that contract. You can make. He says, "Oh my god, we are wrong of having him under the microscope." That 200.
That's not his fault though. That's you blame the organization for that, man.
I've always said if you do want to do this, if you do want to sign him, I always said sign and trade because you can do better than Zach LaVine. And I was saying it all off last season, but none of you guys are like, no, we need to keep it relevant. We need to keep this team together because we. Blah, 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 blah. This is what happened, guys. And now 4 months later, we're trying to trade this guy off. So don't
y'all's trying to trade him off. I'm not me. Don't put me in that scenario.
You're trying to coach.
Yes. I think it's him. I literally think it's him.
No, I'm just saying. What did Rick say?
Zach,
I gamble every single day. John
Zach
knows.
Zach is just mad that he can't be Batman's Robin and he can't even be on the Titans no more. He just doesn't fit.
I think it is. And this guy's basketball IQ is just bad. It's just horrible.
What did that comment say? I missed it.
So is the coaches, Eric. So this coach's system is bad. It's horrible.
At the same time,
because you take Zach LaVine off this team,
a wide open player.
You have the same issue.
Not going to miss two
you
open
have
players for a 3 to
the
same
issue.
Not going to do this type of thing.
You have the same issues without Zach LaVine.
A coach is not going to miss a layup. A coach is not going to do none of that, Jose.
The coach is supposed to help them get in their spots.
The coach can be that guy to help you be in that spot, but the coach cannot make you miss a wide open player under the lane or a pass or for a winner 3. Or a coach is not going to shoot a 2 when you're down by 3.
But he is supposed to get you guys in the right spots. He's supposed to get the plays that help Zach LaVine in the right spot, get his rhythm going. But he can't do that. But he can't do that. But DeMar Rosen can isolate the ball, go in and do whatever the hell he wants, and nobody bets an eye. What the hell is Patrick Williams doing? What is Vucevic doing?
Jose, you know why? Because fucking DeRozan doesn't need 3 warm-up shots to get going. He could drain it on his
It's not
first
just
shot.
about DeRozan. DeRozan has been great since he's been here, and yet we're still shit. That's not the issue.
DeRozan could get fouled and go 3 for 3.
The issue isn't DeRozan can't score. The issue isn't DeRozan can't score. The issue is that DeRozan's the only one. He's not giving chances to anybody else. That's the issue. The issue is that Patrick Williams
is a walking double-double.
The issue is that Patrick Williams is not flourishing when DeMar DeRozan has the ball, isolating the ball. The issue is there's no one else on this team. It's not just Zach LaVine. It's not a coincidence that everybody else on this team isn't doing what they're supposed to do when DeRozan is putting up so many shots.
I apologize. Your mom picked me up. Yeah, for real, man. By the way, happy birthday to your mom.
These are facts.
Man,
happy birthday.
Mom's birthday was last week, bro. Happy birthday.
They had a nice-ass dinner.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
Come on, Zach ain't listening to anything.
Zach ain't
listening to nobody. Zach's in his own world.
Nobody.
He ain't listening to nobody.
I'm telling you, man, it's ego.
I hope they trade Zach.
I was saying it's ego.
You guys are gonna see the same BS. It doesn't matter. You're gonna see the same BS, and I can't wait to see who you guys blame next. Because I guarantee you, it ain't gonna be DeRozan. I guarantee you. Man,
those are facts, and I was saying it for a while to give Patrick Williams time.
No, that's bullshit, Eric. You were on the Patrick Williams. You and John were on Patrick Williams nuts for how long this season? I was the only one saying he was no good. I'm gonna pull up the tape. I got receipts.
I was on his nuts.
I got receipts.
He said Pat Will is starting to look good.
No, he's not.
Yes, that's facts. He's starting to look good.
Facts.
Pat Williams,
I've been saying
Pat Williams is a pencil in for over 10 points on all your bet slips. Book it. That's how he's starting to look good. That's how you know he's looking good.
Patrick Williams is not going to be anything with this team with Billy Donovan as a coach. I'm telling you now.
Nobody's going to be anything with nobody, even with whatever player.
Everybody's a somebody, no matter how big or small.
I can't wait for Zach LaVine to get traded. This team is still be shit, and I can't wait for you guys to blame whoever next. I guarantee it's Billy Donovan.
We just need to trade for Curry, Durant, maybe LeBron.
That's not going to happen.
Go ahead and get Embiid. You know what I'm saying?
I cannot wait for LaVine to be traded. This team to still be as bad as it is now,
traded, bro.
Yeah, and then you guys are who are you gonna blame then, John? If the team acts the same, who's
not
the
coach? Not the coach.
Okay, I'll tell you what, you're not gonna blame DeRozan. You're not gonna blame DeRozan.
Yeah,
not Benny the Bull, Duff, man. Not Benny the Bull, bro. No. don't bring him into this.
That's
man.
true, though.
Hey, as long as he doesn't bust his stuff, and the popcorn still goes all over the place.
Listen,
and you
man.
don't have a
Listen.
broken ankle, we're good.
As long as Benny can still pull bitches in the crowd, he good.
Bro, all I'm saying
That's it, bro.
is when Levine gets traded and this
He's
team
not
is
gonna get
shit.
traded. Realistically, look at the owner of the Bulls. He's not trading Levine.
I agree 100%.
February 1st, 9:56. I'm saying it right here and now. When Levine gets traded and this team still plays like
He's
shit,
not gonna be traded, bro.
everybody's gonna be coming to me saying, "You know what, Jose? Maybe you were onto something here when it comes to Jay Donovan and the coaching staff."
Here's
I'll
what's
be
gonna
like,
happen.
well,
Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna
Fuck
trade
y'all.
nobody. We're gonna trade nobody on the roster right now, and we're not gonna trade for nobody. That's it. That's all.
I agree 100% because it's the Reindorfs running this whole organization.
Facts.
That's the way it is. The JCA Sports Podcast with my crazy ass hair here on Facebook, YouTube,
What a
Twitter,
show.
and Twitch.
Yeah, we got a
Under
good
the
show
John
today.
Conavi Facebook page and the Star 6 Media Facebook page too as well. And also under the Star 6 Media social media platforms on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Guys, make sure you also follow us on TikTok and or Snapchat, MySpace, Tag, and all our other social media platforms too as well. What do you say? Tony Football was right about the Bears. No,
I was right about the Bears.
that.
The fuck?
I don't even know why I read that.
I was right about the Bears.
both were.
Duffman says,
We
you
both
know
were.
what? Bring back Sabaro Pizza at the UC and watch the Bulls win.
Hey, Sbarro Pizza's literally, I think, at every Chicago mall and making bank.
No,
dude.
not. Well, yeah, you said Chicago.
Well,
That was
Chicago
what I
or
said, not River
Chicagoland
Oaks.
area mall. Dude,
This is
I don't
true.
think
You're
nothing's
right.
open. in
It's
River
even in
Oaks, dude.
Maryville. It's even in South Lake.
That's
Even
CP, that's
South
gonna
Lake,
happen.
Chicago
bro.
Ridge, North Riverside.
All of it. All of it. So, yeah, guys, thank you for watching. TP, Duffman, Rick, Josh, Comadre, Sam. Who else is on the comments?
Josh.
CP, Duff.
Josh.
Everybody, thank you guys for watching, listening to us. We apologize for all the yelling. Rick says already he's booking it right now. Eagles winning the Super Bowl.
Rick,
It's a very
put
bold
100 on
move.
it. I got the Chiefs. That's it.
Very bold move from Rick. Next time we're gonna have better haircuts. Make Betty
Oh,
the
I
Bull
stay
great
haircut every
again,
week,
Duff
baby, you know
man.
what I'm saying?
You're
Every
absolutely
week.
right. We're gonna
I
have
get haircuts just to wear
haircuts the
hats.
next time we're gonna be on the show. We're all gonna be looking better. Rick says he got 200 on it. What's up?
He said he got 200.
Bet, run it. 200 right here. I'm shaking
Meatloaf.
on the camera. Chiefs.
He said, "Let's go."
Oh,
That's total. There we go.
They said my daughter asked who's mad at me.
Eric, stick to the comments, man. Let me
I
do it.
am.
Don't touch the comments, Eric. Do
I'm
not
not
touch
touching anything. I'm reading them. You
Who's
said,
reading?
Jose, my daughter, who's mad at me? Who's with your yelling?
She knows, man. Those toxicas be real, bro. She already knows.
Man.
Real,
hey,
bro.
Hey,
You know,
hey,
dang.
CP though. I'm still waiting you to tell me what school your daughter go to. No, them toxicas be bad as hell. Come on, CP.
He has one of them too. Trust me. We know.
Oh, I know he
That's
does.
my nickname for her. By the way,
Mm.
shout out to Lucineva. Eva la Toxica.
Oh, Luz lost her first tooth. I damn near cried.
Hey,
Hey, there you go. Hopefully the Tooth Fairy gives her a nice
Johnny-
fat $20
Yeah.
bill.
Parley, Johnny Parley, aka the Tooth Fairy, better give her something nice under that
Facts.
pillow.
I got
Duff,
you.
man. Arriba las tóxicas. Oh
These
no.
are facts,
Oh
dude.
no.
These are facts.
These are my women, John.
Come on, CP. You could share one, dog. Come on, bro. This is one.
Woo! I mean, we wish we could do this all night, but people got to sleep. People got to work tomorrow. We got
People
Bills
do gotta
Toxica and the
sleep.
Bulls jersey dress.
Jersey dress. Those.
Hey man, those
It's
look
gotta
like
be
Duff
Chicago
Man's
thing,
type.
bro. I promise you, it's a Chicago thing.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
I've seen it
that-
anywhere else.
Hey, I don't see no shorties in Indiana wearing a little Pacers jersey.
Nah,
Facts.
they don't do that.
And that's all they had with a little tiny coat too.
Right.
With some,
You ain't
with
never
some
seen
little
no,
knee-high
no
heels.
you ain't never seen no PG-13 jersey with the UGG boots.
Horrible Chicago sports doesn't sleep. These are facts. I mean, all of our teams are just straight butt cheeks right now. All of
True.
them.
Cease for Cy Young. Book it now.
Who?
Cease for Cy Young.
Yeah, I don't see it.
He's in the lab working on the changeup, fellas.
That's great, but to also be a Cy
Wow,
Young, your
you
team
guys-
has to be better too, and that's another
No,
topic of
no.
conversation.
Not really.
as
Felix
well.
Not
Hernandez.
really.
Felix Hernandez. 12 and 12
That's true.
record,
Never,
winning the
you're
Cy
right.
Young.
You're
Yeah,
right.
I
But
was gonna
then
say,
again,
he
he's not Felix Hernandez. Felix
got-
Hernandez was a whole different
He got
animal.
the best
King
ERA
Felix,
in the season, and you
Best
still win it.
ERA. Exactly.
He
Good
said-
night, fellas. Put some respect on his name.
He's not King Felix though. King Felix is
He's
something
not.
special.
Oh, absolutely. The fuck? But
Yeah,
Cease is something
what it was.
special
You have to
too.
be special with that
Cease
one.
is something
All right, guys,
special
we're
too.
pushing 2 hours. It's time to go.
Yeah, we are pushing for 2 hours. Damn, we've been doing this for a long time. He said Kyle Hendricks for the Cy Young. He's
Uh,
honestly either I think people
bro, he
picked
got
up on his
cancer,
slider
bro.
this
You're
year too
bogus,
much.
dude.
So But yes,
I'm
we
thinking
will
of
be
Hendrix.
back on next week,
All right.
guys.
What's your
thank you guys
picture,
for
John? What are you
joining.
talking about?
To end this,
CP, Rick,
wait.
Duffman, Josh, Comadre,
Remember.
everybody else that joined us and watched. Thank you very much. As
Hold
always,
on,
guys,
Eric.
like and share all of our episodes on the John Konabi Facebook page and also the Star Direct that
Eric.
posts Jersey Joyous locally sold at the Forest City and North Riverside Mall. So there you go. That's where you get them at, Duffman. Duffman knows the scoop about anything Toxica. So if you guys need any Toxica information, Mario Duffman Estrada got you guys. But we'll see you guys
For all
next
you Zach
week.
Levine fans, Zach's not that guy.
Zach is not that guy. Thank you, John. John,
Zach
it was
is not
nice
that
seeing
guy.
you again, bro. Hopefully you come around more often. We miss you. We love you. See, we
Neither
love
is Billy
everybody
Allen.
else for hopping on. Jose, thank you very much.
He just say Ray
We'll see
Allen.
you guys next week
Billy
with more
Allen.
Chicago sports update and also NFL League. We're gonna give you guys our picks, even though some of us give them up already, but we'll give you our Super
200
Bowl
on
picks for
Chiefs.
next week. He already says Chiefs, so we'll see how that goes. As always, Jose, hit that outro. See you guys next week.